podcast with some of the Golddigger Girls team. Thank you so much for watching. These video podcasts are going to be just informal conversation. We just thought we would take this opportunity to talk about topics which impact us now, but also impact us all the time. So things like relationships, friendships, body image, self-esteem, anything really that impacts us and that we think would be good to discuss. We're hoping to have some interesting guests come on, and also we really want to give you guys a chance to ask any questions about different topics that you might have. So make sure that you're following us on our Instagram, which is I'm the girl I want to be, and I'll pop it below. And then on there each week we will give you a chance to ask any questions that you might have about the following topic. So make sure you follow us on there and watch out for that. So we're planning on doing one a week at the moment, and hopefully these will just be a little source of entertainment and just a little bit of a distraction and also maybe some fun.
Okay, so if you don't know who we are two of the Golddigger Trust Girls team, and this is Naomi. Naomi, tell us a bit about yourself.
So my name's Naomi. I am 26 years old, and might be able to tell by my accent, it confuses many people about where I am actually from. But I'm Scottish, and I have been living in Sheffield for about 8 years now, 7-8 years. So quite a long time actually. Definitely feels like home now. Although I love Scotland and miss it a lot.
Anything interesting? Any interesting fact?
I'm married. I've been married for almost 5 years. I have met Prince William twice. I just always love to throw that in there because that is one of my interesting facts. Go to. I lived for a year, and I think that's some interesting things to start with. What about you?
So I'm Hannah. I am 30, well, only recently turned 30, from just outside of Birmingham, a little town called Stourbridge. I have been in Sheffield for nearly over 10 years now, which feels like an eternity, but it is my home, and I do love it. And just love this city.
And interesting facts.
I ran the London Marathon a few years ago.
That is interesting.
That's quite interesting. Can't say I fully enjoyed it, but hey, I did it. I'm sure there's more, but that's probably, I've got an allotment. That's quite interesting.
Yeah, it is now. You've got all the produce.
Yeah, growing it all. So just if you need any courgettes, a couple of months, we'll have them. Loads of them.
Was it an abundance of rhubarb you had as well?
Yeah, lots of rhubarb, lots of courgettes, lots of tomatoes, and lots of beans, like broad beans.
You're sorted.
Yeah, all sorted. Okay, Naomi, so as this is like an introduction session, we thought we'd just tell you a little bit about like how we're doing, and how we're finding kind of the time, this really strange time at the moment. So how are you finding the isolation, Naomi?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've probably gone through lots of different emotions, lots of different kind of stages with it, and that might happen all in one day. So I think definitely at the start of all of this, I was kind of feeling really anxious, like anxious about what it meant that we needed to be in kind of like lockdown or isolation or whatever. I think those kind of uncertainty, or the uncertainty, lots of like thoughts going through my mind. And at that stage I hadn't, like, I don't know, maybe kind of become disciplined enough to not read certain things. So I was still kind of, loads of things were coming into my mind through social media or like the news. And yeah, so I think that made my mind feel very like full and very kind of, I guess, like it was going a million miles an hour of loads of thoughts coming in and out, being like, what if, or what does this even mean? Like, I guess it has felt really surreal. So trying to like even answer those questions about what does this mean, like feels impossible sometimes, because it's what, like, who knows, like what is he, how long be like all those questions. But I think the more that I've kind of been disciplined about what I listen to or who I listen to, like, and yeah, just I guess having time to like really think about what the facts are, and having space to work on, like, I guess just taking space, yeah, like having space to declutter my mind almost, and like put in some good things, I think has been really positive for me. So I would say, like, overall I'm actually feeling better about things, feeling a lot more like peaceful about what this looks like. And even though it's obviously like it's impacting everybody in different ways, and some really hard ways for some people, I think I feel more peaceful about yeah, that things in the end will be okay, like that we are going to come out of this, and like just having more hope. Whereas I feel like often for me, like, anxiety looks like no hope, like this is all going downhill and all of these like what ifs. But actually, like, yeah, holding on to some hope and allowing myself to be like hopeful for the future and excited about the future really helps me. And yeah, I was thinking the other day, like, or yesterday, it just suddenly struck me that we're not going to get this time back either. And that obviously, at first I was like, oh crap, like do loads of great things, like make the most of this time. But I think in the end I just settled with actually like make the most of it and just like being present every day, because I was so in the mindset of like, I can't wait for this to be over. Like I was like, yeah, just gone into almost like survival mode in my mind of like, just get through it, just get through each day, and it'll all be over soon. And actually, like, having the revelation yesterday that we're not gonna get this time back, like, was a hard reminder that I need to actually be present every day, like, and make the most of each day. Because if, like, however long this lasts for, like these couple months, these like, you know, however long this time, I'm not gonna get back. And actually I want to be here, like I want to be present, and I want to yeah, remember this day and be thankful for something in it.
Yeah.
So that's been a challenge since yesterday that I've been trying to like remind myself of throughout the day. So yeah, I think that's probably how I'm doing, how I'm coping. But yeah.
And that'll look really different for different people, won't it? Kind of like being able to be a little bit thankful just for really small things, and gain some some hope, but also, like you said, like be present within this time, which is going to be easier for some than other people. But even if there's like a tiny thing that you can just be thankful for or be present about, even if that's just your shower. But just, and even if like, because I know different households are going to have different levels of noise and movement and all of that kind of stuff, so just trying to find, I guess a little bit of a quiet moment, or just time to stop and be present is really important.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. How are you coping? How are you
How
finding
am I coping?
time?
I would definitely second that. Like, it's I don't tend to have good days and bad days. It tends to just go up and down a lot. Feeling okay one minute and then not okay the next minute. I
Mm-hmm.
think like it feels quite for me I'm not much into kind of like connecting with people all the time via text, via social media, and that's kind of really been a big shift for me. So being kind of in constant contact with people, I can see the absolute positives of it, but also like finding that a bit overwhelming, I think.
Mm-hmm.
um, so I think like for me, I'm just trying to figure out what this looks like for me, develop a bit more of a routine, enjoy the parts that I love. But yeah, just noticing like how much time I'm spending on my screen is a lot. So I'm very much, which I'm sure we all are, in the absolute developing stages of this time. Very like early stages, and trying to be kind to myself within it, and not expect lots. I think the comparison,
Mm-hmm.
what would you call it? The comparison, I can't think of it, but
Yeah.
the word comparison, or the feelings of comparing yourself to other people, I think that feels a lot heavier on me than it has done in the past. And I think it's because you're constantly seeing what other people are doing, more than before. um, so yeah, just working on like, yeah, being okay with where I'm at, and stuff is kind of what I'm working on, and developing some routines. But I can definitely see some beautiful things in this time, and I'm liking starting my day in different ways and testing a few things out and stuff. So
Yeah. It is like a weird time where, because at first I was like, okay, we all have to stay indoors, like, or stay at home. So, like, I'm not gonna have that, like, FOMO, like, I'm not gonna see all my friends, like, hanging out. So it's all fine. We're on, like, even playing field. But in a weird way, you, like, have more insight to people's lives than ever before.
yeah,
Yeah.
and almost like times when I'm not enjoying this time, like I
Yeah.
see other people enjoying it, and I'm like, oh gosh, like I should be enjoying myself more. And actually, like, it's this little voice that creeps in that we all have, but there is a real, yeah, we are all on our screens.
Yeah. I guess there is some really good stuff. I get it helps people to stay connected, which we're like, yeah, I guess that's something we definitely have to be grateful for, that we can still almost feel like we're in the same room as
Absolutely.
someone, like be so connected through all of these different platforms. But yeah, there is like a value in, yeah, just having a time not on the screen.
Absolutely.
Any screen. Um, yeah, so what are some of the things that you, like, out of all of that, have been learning recently?
I think like the first thing is just like giving myself time to adapt to this, which we're all doing. But really, yeah, giving myself time is my number one thing. Um, Number two would be making the most of the outdoor time that we have at the moment. Like actually being able to get fresh air, like, just fills me up
Yeah.
with energy straight away, even if it's raining. So I think, yeah, making the most of the time we've got outside, and just recognizing and my feelings as they come up. I think I'm definitely more up and down, and it feels very different for me. Like being face to face with people, I didn't realize how important it was. So really recognizing my anxious feelings that are coming up, sitting with them, trying to process, trying to go backwards and figure out like where they sit and where they've come from and why, kind of stuff. So yeah, I guess giving myself time to process my feelings.
Yeah.
How about you? How about you?
Yeah, I think definitely the first one, like, yeah, time to adjust, because it almost feels like this has been, I mean, it's been a bit of a whirlwind in terms of like things happening fast, changes happening fast, and
Mm.
it can, in like, yeah, both ways, like feel like this has been ages, but actually it's been a week, or like it can feel like no time at all. And I think, yeah, that's really important to, yeah, just be kind to myself, and that it's okay if I'm still finding this hard to get my head around. Like it's okay that I sometimes am like, what is going on? Like it feels surreal, and that's okay for um yeah. And I think the second one, definitely like learning how to kind of embrace each day and make the most of it. And that for me doesn't look like doing much different. Like it doesn't look like having a super productive day where I'm learning languages and learning new skills. Like it can look the same as it did before, but just like being present. And like, just even like for me, it might look like staring out the window and looking at the bird for like the birds for like 2 minutes. Like it's something that's just like, okay, I'm here, it's Monday today, I am like sat looking out this window, it's not raining, like just like recognizing things that are real and happening today, and remembering today, even if there's like, yeah, that's just 5 minutes and the rest I'm feeling rubbish, like just having a little pocket where I'm like, actually I'm thinking about something I'm thankful for, embracing today. And then I think, like, I guess kind of similar, but this time I think for me is a time where life can feel a little bit more simple for a while, and that's good. Like I think I probably get some level of my identity from being busy and being like having a full schedule, and seeing my friends and doing things, going to different events, or yeah, just, I mean, work is still happening, but yeah, I think actually like reflecting on what this time of a more simple schedule looks like, and whether there's some of those things that I want to try and maintain when all this is over. Like actually maybe
Yeah.
there is some simplicity that I can keep, and that's a beneficial thing for me.
I like thinking about it like that kind of, what can you gain from this, and that's not, you don't need to learn French and I don't know, do all these things that like maybe you feel like everybody else is doing, but what can you actually gain from it? And that might just be learning something about yourself. It might be really simple, it doesn't have to be like a
Yeah,
hobby or whatever, but
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, have you got any good recommendations for us of things that you've been enjoying, or watching, or doing, or?
I feel like there's loads because I'm constantly connected with things now.
Yeah, that's true.
But let me think. Well, actually, this is a recommendation, a personal one. I went for my first like run the other day. Sorry, not my first run. I went- so I was feeling really, really anxious. My heart was pounding massively, and I was like, "Oh my days, I don't know what to do with these feelings."
Yeah.
So I went for a run, and I've never done that before in terms of like responded to how I was feeling emotionally.
Yeah.
Um, Usually I'll just do exercise because I want to, and I enjoy it, rather than like responding to something that doesn't feel great. So I just almost wanted to let you guys know that it, yeah, not, it didn't have to be a run, but like moving and mental health couldn't be talked about more, I know, but it really does work. So there's my first recommendation.
Yeah.
There's loads of different movement stuff that's going on. If anybody enjoys the Body Coach, Monday to Friday, Joe Wicks on YouTube. The Body Coach is doing like a workout at 9 a.m. for, it's called PE with Joe. You've probably heard about it. You might have even done it, but they're quite like, they're not super intense. They're a lot of fun. And I've been really, I did it this morning, so something just to start your day well. So that would be a big recommendation. I could keep going.
I've also been doing, I've not been doing his PE ones, but he just has loads on YouTube, so you can like, but depending on, I've not done the PE ones because I was like, are they directed at children? But you inspired me that maybe I could do them too. But I've been doing his like other ones as well, which are really good as well.
So Naomi's hardcore, that's what that means, guys.
I'm the type of person that I'm like, I want to just do 20, 25 minutes, but I want it to be like pushing me to my limits. I don't want an hour, but I'll do 20 minutes of like really intense, and then I'm done. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. I'd say if you've never done exercise before or never done a workout before, the ones at 9 a.m. are perfect for you because they're like 30 seconds of movement and 30 seconds of rest. And you can work as hard as you want or as not hard as you want.
One of the things I find helpful about his videos is that he struggles sometimes.
Yeah.
In the ones that I like, some of the ones I've been doing recently, he's like, I'm not sure I can carry on. Like, what have I done? And even if part of me's like, are you just saying that because you're like trying to encourage us? And I was like, well, even if you are, it's working because you make me feel better about myself. Like if he's struggling, then I feel all right that I'm struggling too.
I agree. Anything else that you're
what have I? Oh, I bought 1,000 piece. Christmas.
What? Did you say Christmas?
Yeah, a 1,000 piece Christmas puzzle.
Oh, a Christmas puzzle. A Christmas puzzle. Naomi loves Christmas, guys.
It's definitely too early for Christmas, but puzzles are expensive. And this puzzle was £5 in Sainsbury's, and I was quite happy with that. So I bought it, and it is harder than I thought it was going to be. I've done the edges, and I've made one of Santa's little helpers, but it's a struggle. But it's good because it does actually really take up my mind, like it focuses my mind. Yeah, I would definitely recommend some puzzles, and Christmas one that brings a little bit of joy.
Oh, I like it. I love a puzzle. There's a guy I listen to called JP Cooper. He's on Instagram and he's doing live sessions every Monday at 7 p.m. on his Instagram stories. If you want something super chilled, just a guitar and a soulful voice, that would be a big recommendation for me. I know he's doing the 30th of March, 6th and the 13th of April. So there you go. If you want some chilled, loads of people are doing like live stuff and offering out like some of their skills and some really cool things. I love it. Anything else?
It's felt like I've had lots of time, but I think because so much of my mind capacity has been like adjusting to what's going on, and we're obviously still working, so that takes up time. I think I haven't been doing as much as, or I had space to think about that stuff as much as I would have liked to, apart from my jigsaw. I plan.
Yeah, I wanted to come on here with loads of podcast recommendations, but I haven't listened to any recently.
That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. It is amazing that you think that you should have all this time because everybody's talking about all this time that you've got.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't feel like I've got that much.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I did see something cool though, which I sent you, I think. And I've told people to follow this Instagram account before. It's i.way.
Yeah.
We'll put all these recommendations at the bottom, I presume.
Yeah.
In the show notes. But I was struggling with the word social isolation because I was like, it just sounds really negative. And she spoke about it, this lady that does this Instagram account. It's physically distancing but socially together, which I liked because I do feel connected to people, and I think there's a lot of opportunity to feel connected to people. Even if you feel a bit alone, like there's so much stuff going on. People were having like dance parties, like random people the other day. I was like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we did like a friends quiz. I can't remember her name, but she was hosting. This woman has like an events company, I think, and that obviously can't be happening right now. So she like hosted this friends quiz. It had like hundreds of thousands of people doing it all at the same time, and you would just compete with your friends rather than like competing with everyone. But yeah, just like little things like that. They're like events are kind of still happening, but just in a different way. And yeah, what are we going to be looking at next week, Hannah?
We're going to be looking a little bit into friendships, which is a huge topic. So any questions you've got, the Instagram and the Yellow Wanna Be, that's where will we be posting about that?
Yeah, maybe today or tomorrow.
Okay, so we're going to be posting kind of questions about friendships, and any questions you guys have got on our Instagram account over the next couple of days. So please tune in, and it'll be so fun to engage with you and to still be able to offer you some cool stuff, hopefully. And we're really hoping for some guests too.
Yeah.
We should create some jingle, really, shouldn't we?
Oh yeah, we should. It'd be fun. I think we need a jingle.
Okay. For now, no jingles. It's been so lovely chatting to you, Naomi, and hopefully people are going to listen. That would be great. We will catch you guys next week, where we'll be discussing friendships. Bye.
Bye.